Hello my quilting friends! Leah Day here with a new video series called Sit Down Sunday. Basically, every Sunday I'm going to turn on the camera and shoot a quick video sharing something about my new sit-down long arm. So this sit-down long arm is the Grace Qnique. It is a 15-inch long arm, so there's 15 inches here between the needle and the back of the machine. And this was sent to me by the Grace Company. They're helping me out with these videos, and they provided the machine. Now, the table is the Quilty table, and it is created by Arrow Sewing Cabinets, and I already had this. And so I just set the long arm, when the long arm came in, I just set it down inside, and then I had a new custom insert cut so that way it would fit around the table. And that was a little bit of a juggle. I'll share another video just about how to get the machine into the table because it was a little tricky, but they do work. They are cross-compatible, which is really, really nice. And I really like that combo. I like having the machine set up like this, where it's set up like a domestic so that the needle is on the left and the hand wheel's on the right, and it feels more like a domestic. And I think the main reason is I've spent so many years quilting on home sewing machines. That's what I'm used to. And I'm used to the way the quilt kind of puddles in the arm or puddles out here, and it just feels more natural. When I had the machine set up like towards me, I had that set up with another long arm at one time, and it didn't feel good, and the quilt was kind of all over the place, and I couldn't really figure out how to get it properly spaced in my sewing room where the quilt wasn't flopping off both sides of the table. So I really, really like this setup. And I'm also using a Stella floor light. This really illuminates the whole area and gives me a lot of light. I would say the lights on the Quilty machine are super, super bright. So you don't honestly even need anything. It's just nice to have a little bit more illumination on the whole quilt. Now, you might be wondering about my clamps. I've shared several videos about this, but every time I shoot a photo or anything, people are always asking about the clamps. Basically, this is just a bungee cord that is attached to my curtain rod that's hanging up my curtains. And so it's just a simple bungee cord, and then I've drilled a hole in the clamp and then hooked the bungee cord through that. And so when I'm working on a big quilt, I can then just clamp it up. That takes the weight of the quilt off. It kind of brings it upright, and it makes it almost a hammock. So it's really easy to move over my machine. There are some alternatives, there are some products that are specifically made for that, but this was like a $20 fix, and it was super, super simple. And as you can see, it doesn't take up a lot of room, and it wasn't very expensive, so that works really well for me. The Quilty table does pop out, so there is a kind of an extra tabletop that's kind of hanging down to the back, and if I want to, I can pull the whole table out about 2 feet and then pop that up, and so I can expand the table surface if I need to. And I really like that. It's small, it's compact. There's a little drawer here for you to keep, your scissors and oil and thread and stuff. This is actually really cleaned up. I'm usually much more of a mess. So I really like that design, and I really like having the machine set up like this. Now, a few questions that I got whenever I posted this. I just posted one photo about the new series, and that I've moved to Grace Company, and I've switched to this machine. And I have a few questions just about why we would switch to a machine like this. Like, what is the need, and why would we do that? And so basically, I want to address that in all the different facets with this whole series. But the simplest reason is harp space. So if you are on a home machine and you're feeling like there's a lot of push and pull, and you're feeling very frustrated, then moving to a bigger machine, a table-mounted long arm like this, is a good option. And for the longest time, I didn't have anything to do with long arms, and I felt like, hey, you can do all of this on your home machine, and that's just fine. Well, two things have happened. The first thing is home sewing machines have gotten more expensive, so that like for your a nicer high-end home sewing machine is several $1,000s. Well, the Grace Qnique is like between $3,000 and $4,000 depending on the dealer and the deal that you get. It's not as expensive as some home sewing machines. So the prices have come down, and the quality of the machines are excellent. So if you're looking for that experience where it's easier to quilt your quilts, but you're still getting a home sewing machine feel, meaning that the machine's still oriented, still setting down, you're still moving the quilt, then this is a good option for you. It also is a long arm, which means it was never designed to piece. It was never designed to do applique. It doesn't have feed dogs. And because of that, it doesn't have feed dogs, you can quilt in all directions and you don't have the finickiness that a home sewing machine can sometimes have. Like, I've had machines where I couldn't take 3 stitches backwards because it would just break thread. It would shred the thread. With a long arm, you can do all of that and much more because it doesn't have feed dogs. It's designed for quilting. And there's a lot more speed in this machine too, so you can get faster. So this series is designed to just answer your questions. So any questions that you have, I really hope that you'll post it to the comments and I will make a video specifically for you. So let me know what you're curious about and what you want to see. And I will be shooting new videos every Sunday just for you. So I hope that you'll post a lot of questions and help make this series a big success. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new quilting videos coming out every week. Until next time, let's go quilt!